Hey, what's up? What's good? It's your kid Sino, and I'm back again with another episode of Black Tea Party. So let's get into it. All right, so this one, this topic rolls around in my thoughts a lot, and I should preface on most videos, these are my own opinions, okay? Like, these opinions don't have to be shared at anyone. I encourage dissent. I encourage individual thought. I love to hear other people's opinions, but don't be rude. But this is just how I feel, right? So today we're going to talk about community versus connection. Coming from where I come from, right? Your community, like, one, the word community is not thrown around that much. Okay? And not in a negative way, but like you have your families, your friends, your romantic partners. That's it, that's all. Which these effectively would be your community where I grew up, right? So yeah, like that would basically be like your community. Coming to Colorado though, like community, the word is just like, I feel like it's almost like when people used to talk about like you gotta stop telling people you love them. Like it's just so thrown around. I feel like it almost loses its meaning, and at some point, like I guess it's correct. Like community is just defined with anyone like you share like a common ground, right? But I feel like the way community is pushed in here and maybe also in some other progressive states is that if you align with this, like you're automatically in that community, or like you're expected to show up in some kind of way for that community, and I just don't think that's fair. um or like that community is also, it excludes like it excludes so many people, right? Like I feel like it's especially disheartening in liberal areas where people are like, oh well, this is my community, and then but they're like they rah for so many different causes, but when you see them interact in like their personal lives, they really only go hard for the people that they consider align with them, and that goes for like thought, presentation, sexual orientation, whatever. Like which is, I'm not gonna say that's fine, because I do think like that kind of like that kind of language and boundary that's placed on like communities in certain areas, it just prevents people from wanting to explore things further. Because if I get a bird's eye view of like the people that you're like, this is my community, these are my homies, and like if you're this and this, I'll always accept you. And let's say I meet those requirements, but I come in and I also realize like this is not just a which it shouldn't be just the physical thing anyway. It can be, but like it's also like a mental thing. Like I have to have all the same thoughts that you have, and it's like it gets very much so cold. Like in like the most harmless way, but it gives cold still. And so I hold issue with that, because I feel like a lot of the ways that people will say like these are my communities out here, it seems like everyone is benefiting from everybody in a way that's more physical than it is mental. Like I'm not quite sure and this is just from what I've seen. Like I said, these are my opinions and my opinions alone, but from my early stages of trying to like meet more people and things of that nature, the people I was meeting, it just felt like, okay, like where's the emotion? Like, I may not have been raised in like a setting where like I communicated well with others, but because I know how to communicate now, what I crave from people is intimacy. And I mean, like, and that's from anybody. Like I crave intimacy. And I just feel like it is very hard when people are like, oh, well, like you're a part of this community. But in those communities, it's very much so like, okay, like how can you rally for us physically? But there is no like real connection. you know, which is what I would value more over community, right? I just feel like the way like I feel like community is just like a word that's just thrown around. It's like, are you queer? Okay, well, you're part of this community. Are you a person of color? Well, you're a part of this community. Like, and it kind of it's like separate in a way that it ignores the intersectionality of it all. And I mean, I recently joined a group that is like for specifically Black queer people, and I would consider that my community to some extent, right? But within that group, I still plan on making more personal connections. Do y'all get where I'm coming with this? So like for me, when I hear people say community, I will automatically assume that what they're talking about is physicalities. And that is fine in order to start making friends and like having that is fine to start making friends, having acquaintances, and also knowing where to go to like you can go out and have fun and do things like that of that nature. Because that's why I feel like any of the people that are like this is my community, this, my community, that, what they do is they do promote an event hella good, you know, and like no shade, no tea, like that's good, because then I know like, oh, if I want to like go out here, but there is no true connection. Now I feel like the group I'm currently in, what builds is different though, is that there is like organized activities, and like during those activities you obviously get to like hang out with people, you get like get to become closer, you start to have conversations, and therefore you can form connection, instead of it just feeling like, okay, well, like every time I see anybody, like it has to be within this large space, or it has to be like at this promoted event, or and even if like it is at someone's house, it's like what people are talking about, it's not giving deep dark secrets, it's giving shits and gigs, it really is. And I just hold a lot of like issue with that. Like I luckily now have been able to find this space where like I am connecting with people more, and I do like, am I gonna sit here and say I don't like that like this group sets the standard of like who you need to be or like identify with such in order to be a part of it? No, I'm not gonna say I don't like that. I do like that, because then it helps you be able to find people that you more than likely align with more, you know, because intersectionality, when people are just like, oh, like you can be part of this community because we all do XYZ thing, and maybe they find like connection in that, and that has intersectionality for them, but I don't think it covers enough nuances of like the actual lived experience. It's like the whatever, you know? And it's just like, if this person shows up for me XYZ amount of times, then they're the homie, I guess. But like, is that really all you want? Like, you don't want someone that you could like literally call like on the worst day of your life and like know that they would come running? Like, because that's what I'm looking for personally. And I just feel like there needs to be like, when for whoever's out there and you're planning on moving somewhere more liberal, just know like that is maybe something you might run across, like the distinction between community and connection. Like you may be looking and searching for more, and you may find a group of people you feel like you could connect with, but because of how whatever like point of life they're in, that they're just like really running to promote the things they want to do in like communities, doesn't necessarily mean you will be able to connect with everyone on like a strong personal bond. And I just feel like for me, that intimacy, it just means so much more than just being somewhere where everyone looks like me. And like, yes, that's where I'm at now, but like I'm still digging for more. Like, even though I'm like, it's just, I feel like it's a good place to start, but like it can't be the end all be all. Does that make sense? So, and when I think of connection, like, you know, I'm talking like, yeah, when people say, is this a safe space? It's a safe space. And even if you say something kind of out of pocket, people are like, okay, like that was a little out of pocket, but I can see where you're coming from, right? Like, because sometimes your thoughts just be, and like sometimes you just want to say things and you're like, within reason, okay? I mean, my mouth is a little reckless in real life, RRL. But I still know how to like censor myself when need be. But like sometimes, like, to test the waters, I say things that are controversial, like, and may like rub the skin of others. And like if I'm met with certain reactions, then I will never talk to you again, because I believe like I don't have to agree with every single thing people in my friend group believe, and vice versa. But we should be able to sit down, have open communication, and talk it out. Even if we don't come to like a certain like connecting point, we still heard each other out, and it's like I can agree to disagree. Like, but I feel like there's not enough of that. They're like, if you are in this community and then like also a homie, we all have to be like a hive mind. And I don't agree. I think true connection comes with conflict, and I feel like friendships, and I say this all the time, friendships are basically like relationships with no sex. All right, they should be, at least it should be so intimate. I can cuddle with you, no expectations. And also like I should be able to talk to you about almost everything I can talk to like my romantic partner about. Will I? Maybe not, but I should feel comfortable enough to. And I think that is like the basis of like having true connections versus just having community where you share a lot of mutual interests, because those are man relationships. Like well, hopefully not in the future. Hopefully everyone's raising their sons to be in tune with their emotions and things like that. But I truly feel like having relationships where it's just based on you having a bunch of mutual interests is like how men have friends. Like most men, they'd be like, well, this is my friend, but all we do is watch the game together, or all we do is like go hike together, or he really likes cars, I really like cars, so that's why we're friends. Where's the emotion? That's where my femininity lies, like in my emotions, is like wanting to like connect. I want to be inside your brain. I want to be a little parasite. No, I should say no. I want to be like a worm. I just want to be in there, like looking and being able to like look inside all of your thoughts. And that may be insane. I sound insane, but like, I mean, that's real. Like, that's how I feel. Like, I think losing friends is super hard. So at the end of the day, I want to make sure like that I built that relationship to a point of intimacy that it couldn't have been denied, that at some point in life we really loved each other, even if we grow up and grow apart, right? So I feel like I have more thoughts on this, but it's really hard to organize like my thoughts, because can I talk to you? I've just been in a really good mood lately. I've been trying to keep my head up, and I'm not saying that like these top like my rants are always stemming from like a negative emotion, but I do be getting a little frustrated with people. Like I be scrolling and I be getting a little frustrated, and then I be having a lot to say, and then I'm like, ooh, like I should go film about that. But like low key, like I don't know, like I just feel like my mind, I feel like, I don't know, maybe I upgraded, maybe I hit a different timeline point or something, because like realistically, like I do not care what people got going on right now. Like I am solely focused on me and mine's, pushing ahead, getting to that next point in life. And so therefore I feel like I have a lot less to say, and which really sucks, because I really don't want to have to recalibrate how I do this channel anymore. But like I might just be coming up here and ranting and talking, and like I hope y'all cool with that. Like I hope my personality is enough, because like I just been in such a, which I really don't want to put this out there because I'm not trying to get the oho, so, but like honestly, can't no one oho me because well protected over here. But I'm just saying, like I have been in such a good headspace, and a lot has to do with like just getting out of the house more, and also just like I've had so many clarity moments lately in life that I just feel like so good that I'm just like, fuck it. Like, whatever y'all got going on in the ethernet, like, has nothing to do with me. Also, my TikTok has been hecka dry lately. I do be getting a little messy stuff here and there, but I just be avoiding all of that. Like, I'm trying to stay in such a good headspace. I got some things in the work, so in personal life, and like I just want to I want to put all of my positive energy into that, working out and like engaging in like relationships and stuff. I'm gonna still come up here and yap, and like y'all are still gonna get this video, but like if I seem like I'm running out of steam sooner than I used to, even though we haven't even known each other that long, that's really why. Like, I think I'm just hit like the next stage in like maturity or something, because like I don't feel like it. Like, I don't want to do it. Like, no, I want to do this. Let me not say that. I want to do this, but like I'm just like, you know, like the things that used to trigger me and make me like have these topics to talk about, I'm just like, you know what, y'all do you. If it's working for you, it's working for you, right? And I think that's like my biggest thing. So I'm gonna come up here, I'm gonna still yap. I'm still doing TV talk too. Check those out. I feel like I'm very much so involved in that still. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this out here because manifestation, okay? I do want to start experimenting with short films. So that's gonna be like, that's stemming off of the TV talk, right? Like, I want to try to put like my creativity to use. And I feel like I finally found the roads that I want to go down with it. And short films is definitely one of those roads. So be expecting that this year. And yeah, let's build this community, these like tea sippers. I'm gonna find something really hot and juicy for y'all, but I'm not gonna lie, these next couple of weeks are just gonna kind of be a dump because I need to put out 6 videos because I said I was gonna do 2 videos a week, and I am severely behind on YouTube, but that is the goal. So I'm gonna put out 6 videos. These might not be as lackluster, but I'm gonna go digging for something for you guys, like to talk about more. And if you have any recommendations of like something you want me to react to, let me know in the comments. Because Jubilee has not been hitting, so I need to go find something to react to. Because I'm not gonna lie, like on YouTube, like on my personal YouTube, I mostly just watch like true crime, like, and like police videos. I don't know. There's some. It's just, I don't even know why, honestly. I try not to that much like engage, but like I usually just watch that. And I already watched so many reaction videos, and I'm not really into like celebrity drama. Like, I really just want, like, I need like people saying controversial things, and then I will talk about those controversial things that they said, right? But as far as that, like, I'm not going into like the lives. Like, I will not be tracking celebrities around. I don't care for that, honestly. I like to watch it sometimes, but I don't really care to like indulge in like that for this channel. But I'm looking for controversy. I'm looking for things like, if you've ever had a question, a debate come up, let me know in the comments below. All right, so I'm gonna get with y'all in the next one. Peace.